Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a good afternoon. My name is Hannibal Goitom. I'm with the Foreign and Comparative and International Law Division of the Law Library, and it's my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Ms. Ng'ang'a is the Senior Library Assistant for Systems at the Kenya School of Law and previously served as Systems Librarian. She holds a master's degree in information science, a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, and diplomas in technical education and in information studies. With more than 12 years experience, she has managed e-resources, integrated library management systems, discovery tools, and institutional repositories. She's also an active member of the Kenya Library Association and the Kenya Libraries and Information Services Consortium. Today, she'll be speaking on law librarianship and access to Kenyan legal information. With that, I'll hand it over to Judy. Judy, take it away.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to my presentation today on law librarianship and access to Kenyan legal information, where I'm going to look at the key tools, digital platforms, and best practices that we are using. I'll move on. If you wish to visit Kenya, Kenya is on your wait list. I'll talk about the fun facts about Kenya, just to familiarize yourself with the place, the country Kenya. It's a birthplace of humanity. It's often referred to as cradle of mankind due to the discovery. It hosts some of the oldest human fossils, like those from Turkana and Corbifora. It's home to 40 plus ethnic groups. Kenya is known as a multicultural nation with 40 ethnic groups. Each has its own unique culture, language, and tradition. It's a safari capital of the world, Kenya pioneer of the world safari and home to great migration. In that you'll find like over 2 million wild beasts, zebras, and gazelles, which migrate annually. Then we have Mount Kenya, which is the Africa's second highest peak. It's a tourist destination. We have Diani Beach. It's paradise on earth. It's ranked among top beach destinations. It's also known for its white sand and turquoise water. So if you want your person of visiting beach, Diani, I'd recommend. Land of champions. Kenya is recognized for elite long-distance learners. World record holders come from this country, from the highlands of the Rift Valley. And Swahili is also an official language, and common Swahili greetings when you land in this beautiful country. People will tell you jambo, means hi. They're saying hi. Asante means thank you. And welcome, you're supposed to reply welcome, which means karibu. On legal system with dual heritage, Kenya legal systems blends with British common law with African customary law, making it a fascinating case study in comparative legal traditions. Nairobi, which is the capital city, it's also known as a techno hub. And we have M-Pesa, which is a fast mobile money transfer service. You can adopt an elephant. We have the David Shedrick Wildlife Trust. Visitors come, you can come as a tourist and adopt orphaned baby elephants as a way of even contributing to conservation efforts. Let me now embark. I've talked about the Kenya, and it's good to know. Allow me now to embark on the presentation overview, whereby I'm going to give you a general introduction of my topic for the day, which is on law librarianship and access to Kenyan legal information. And I can say that in today's legal environment, access to information is no longer a luxury. It's the backbone of justice, accountability, and the rule of law. Now, today's presentation, I'm going to explore this intersection between law librarianship and access to Kenyan legal information, focusing on the key tools, digital platforms, and best practices that shape the modern legal research and service delivery in East Africa and more so in Kenya. Kenyan legal information landscape. I'm going to look at the structures, the institutions, the sources and platforms through which this information is created here in the country, published and accessed and used in Kenya. Some of the authoritative legal information sources, we get them like from the Constitution of Kenya, 2010, we have the case law, judicial decisions, like decisions from superior courts, including the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, High Court, and specialized courts. I can say that Kenyan legal information landscape is dynamic and it's evolving. It's shaped by constitutional values, technological advancement, in that now you'll see that people prefer e-resources than the print, but again, it depends with individuals. Rural librarians are central to ensuring that this landscape remains accessible, reliable, and inclusive. So these are some of the areas that I look at, the roles of librarians, some of the key digital platforms and tools, and challenges and effective strategies. I'm also going to look at the lessons, outlook, and call to action. So those are some of the areas that my presentation will cover. I work for Kenya School of Law Library. If you want to visit, that is the website for the school. The institution was established in 1963, starting with 11 students, and now serves 2,200 students annually, approximately. That's our annual number of students who enroll annually. It's a legal independent entity under the Kenya School of Law Act 2012, and it's a professional legal training. It's a government agent institution. We also have Council for Legal Education. For KSL, it's for training. And then we have Council for Legal Education, CLE, which administers advocates training program examinations. The mandate of the school is advocates training program. It's our main mandate. Then we have paralegal training program. Then we have CPD, continuing professional development, research projects, and consultancies. These are tailor-made courses for CPD. You'll find they can be having training on legal audit and all that. They're customer made or what the customer wants. Library role is to support legal education with a hybrid collection of print and e-resources. The accessible via CRISC, Kenya Library and Information Services Consortium, and also we have other institutional platforms just to support our students. That is the URL, the domain for our institution, www.ksl.ac.ke. That's the KSL website. Why Kenyan legal information matters? I can say that Kenya legal information plays a critical role, not only at national level, but also within the broader East Africa and regional legal ecosystem. Kenya serves as a major commercial, legal, and judicial center in East and Central Africa. Nairobi, you'll find it hosts key regional and international institutions. I've said it's the capital city and so many things happen. It's known. It's an innovation hub. Even multinational firms, you'll get them here, regional courts, legal training institution. As a result, legal professionals from neighboring countries, you find that they are relying so much on Kenyan statutes, case law, and regulatory frameworks for comparative legal research. Kenya courts often handle cross-border, commercial, constitutional searches in terms of information in legal resources. Influence of Kenyan jurisprudence in East Africa, Kenya courts, especially the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, and High Court have developed a rich body of jurisprudence that is frequently cited, I can say, across East Africa. Also, there is a growing demand for digital legal access. In terms of, if you look at the user trends in the country, you'll find that legal professionals, students, judicial officers, and the public now prefer the digital legal research and online since it's easily accessible. There's also direct link to access to justice and rule of law. Individuals are better now informed about their rights and legal obligations. And also you'll find that lawyers and judicial officers are now able to make more consistent and well-informed decisions. So at least now there's that direct link to access to justice and law, regardless of where someone is, they are able to access information. Then we have importance of e-resources. I've said that most of the institutions here in Kenya, even in East Africa, we are collaborating, and you'll find that now we have what we call My Loft, My Library on Fingertips, which allows for remote access. That is, as long as someone has internet, they are able to access the e-resources that the institution has subscribed to. That is referring to the universities, law firms, courts. They're able to access legal information and these e-resources 24/7. There's also support for global and legal research through CRISC. CRISC is a body that hosts all librarians. They negotiate for e-resources, and they are also able to acquire e-resources, be it local, that is the Kenya law information, and also through the consortia, we get subscribed e-resources globally, like the one from LexisNexis, Henna Online. We are able to do that. And this helps us, those who offer legal, the students that we support in legal professionals, they are able to make well-informed and grow. They also become competitive even globally, since they are able to compare their search results. Even e-resources have brought equity between urban and rural institutions, in that now schools and libraries in rural areas can access the same digital materials as universities or institutions in urban setup. This promotes equal learning opportunities for all users, and you'll find now even people are not shying away from enrolling in some professionals that one only known that can will be done in urban setups. Now there's that equity, and e-resources is something that has brought about that equality. There's cost efficiency through shared subscription. Talked about the consortia. Digital resources now are able to subscribe to these resources at lower individual costs, which are making now even institutions come together, bringing about innovation. People are able to build into the body of knowledge, since they're able to brainstorm and know through data analysis which subscription, if it's depending with the programs that a certain university is offering, they are able to know which e-resources they can subscribe to support the various programs that are being offered. Like at Kenya School of Law, internationally, we subscribe to LexisNexis, Academic. We also have Headline Online. Yeah, all those some of the databases or e-resources that we subscribe to. We also have ProQuest for ebooks, that is eBrary. We move on. Key digital platforms that we make use of is Kenya Law Reports, which is the official online platform for publishing Kenyan court decisions and legal materials. It provides free public access to judgments from Kenyan courts, thus supporting lawyers, students, judges, even the public, since it's open access. We have the institutional repositories. Most universities here in Kenya, like University of Nairobi, Strathmore, so many universities, JKUAT, that is Jomo Kenyatta International University, AMREF. You have so many universities. You'll find that they have these institutional repositories, and each is unique to their institution, which has also promoted the visibility of our universities. And I've talked about KRISC, Kenya Library and Information Services Consortium. It negotiates access to international and local databases on behalf of the member institution. So there are those, if you want your library to be in KRISC, you become a member or you subscribe to one, then you're able now to be getting those e-resources at subsidized cost. It's also helping institutions, since we are getting, like Kenya School of Law, we are able to get high quality legal, academic, and professional databases for our users. It has also reduced subscription costs through group purchasing and shared licensing. So it's something that we are happy as Kenyans about, and it's something that we ask even universities that are coming up, that are getting charters, to subscribe to, since it's a very good platform where even librarians and law librarians, other librarians from special libraries, from university libraries, we come up together and see how we can move on. For remote access tools, we use EZproxy, MyLoft, My Library on Fingertips. It's a platform that allows for remote access. Students, as long as where they are, when they're outside their IP range, they can access these e-resources remotely. And that's the URL for the KRISC. It's a good platform that we make use of. In terms of legal e-resource databases, these are some of the legal e-resources databases that we have. We have Law Reports, which is a comprehensive database of reports from Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. It currently holds over 30 decisions. The decision may be from the highest courts in East Africa, among them the Supreme Courts and Court of Appeal and all that. From Law Africa, also Law Reports, it's provide authoritative, peer-reviewed Kenyan jurisprudence. So it's an official legal platform that we advocate for. For Kenya law, it's the official legal repository of the Kenyan government, and it helps bridge the digital divide in legal information access. Law Africa, it's also majorly used here in Kenya and East Africa, and we get the login credentials from the provider, and then it acts as a platform even to help us in our research work, to get the cases, to search from information from the High Court, from the Supreme Court, since it's have those advanced search whereby you key in your search terms and you're able to get the information that you want. That is the institutional repository for Kenya School of Law. That's how the interface looks like. I had to do a screenshot so that you can see how our institutional repository looks like. I've said it improves the visibility and it has everything that has been produced. Any output, there is a DSpace policy that governs us and lets us know what we can upload here. We have the past papers, some lecture notes, some lecturers post materials directly to institutional repository for students to have access at. We also have some handouts, and all the past papers for all the years as back as 2008, and it's a good platform that even helps students to know how exams are set and all that. Then it's arranged the correction modules in the DSpace. That's to make it more user-friendly. We arrange it according to the programs that we are offering. We try and make it user-friendly. We also train users on what information they can get, how to access, how to activate their accounts and all that. So that's it on institutional repository. Even other universities do that to their users, and the information that you'll get in most of the institutional repositories in East Africa and more specifically in Kenya, the interface is almost the same. The content now differs depending on what programs each institution offers. That is my loft, my library on fingertips. I said it allows for remote access. As now with expanded learning, students, they don't have to access these e-resources or this legal publication only when they are within campus. Even when they are outside Kenya School of Law, they are able to access these e-resources through this platform. It's for remote access. And the databases are there. They are well arranged. We arrange them alphabetically from A to Z. And then we take them through the students. And for my loft, it's only supported by 2 browsers, that is Microsoft Edge and Google Chrome. So those are some of the things we inform our students when we are doing the information literacy and competency training. It's a very good platform that have helped our students even to conduct their studies even when they are outside the premises. Then we have Web2 tools like the OPAC. This is how the interface for Kenya School of Law Library looks like, the OPAC. Every time we buy new books, we normally upload them there. So users are able to know which these library materials that we've acquired recently. They are also able to log in to their own student account so that they can be able to check their circulation history. Maybe they ever borrowed a book, but they cannot recall it was by which author. They are also able to make purchase suggestion whereby they tell us maybe the book that they've realized we don't have in the library and they would like us purchase. So it's a very good platform. Even prior to coming to the library, they're able to search for materials using the keywords. They can search using the author, the subject, the title, and it shows them the status of that book, whether it's available or not, and they are able to come to the library or to even to make a reservation. Then for usage data analysis, in this digital era, you also need to support your case as a librarian on why maybe you're recommending some databases. Through my loft, we are able to generate reports which support us even to know which the database is more useful or preferred. In terms of accessibility, we are able to see the trends. Which one was, this is customized. We work with the vendor as a system librarian, and you know which kind of reports you'd want generated. Then we upload them as an admin. You upload users categories. Like at Kenya School of Law, we have the staff, we have the students, and we have the lecturers. Now, depending with what user category you want to make. And that's the admin interface. For key tools that are used by librarians, we have the integrated library management system. I've said at Kenya School of Law, we use Koha, and it's one of the platforms or systems that is used, highly used here in Kenya. And it has all the modules, cataloging, circulation, reports. It's a very good platform that helps us in managing library resources. Institutional repository, I've talked about it, DSpace, Discovery, and OPAC, online public access catalogs. For remote access tool, we use MyLoft, my library on fingertips. Various citation management tools are also available, and we teach our students on how to cite information resources. Key challenges that we are facing as Kenyan libraries, there's high subscription costs in foreign currencies that you'll find that most legal databases such as LexisNexis, Westlaw, H9 Online, mostly they are priced in US dollars. This exposes institutions to foreign exchange fluctuations, making budgeting at times unpredictable in that, and we have to support our budget and do it way ahead of time. So you'll find that often we struggle to sustain subscriptions due to limited funding. Infrastructure connectivity, infrastructure and connectivity limitation is also another key challenge that we face when we are providing this legal research. You'll find that other places in Kenya experience poor network coverage, slow internet speed, and frequent power outages. These are some of the challenges that limit access to online legal databases. And at times you'll find also there's inadequate ICT infrastructure in some courts, libraries, and institutions of higher learning, which hinders adoption and effective use of digital legal information. Because if it's internet connectivity, if it's keep fluctuating, you'll find that some people say it's not reliable and that they are not able to utilize these e-resources or online platforms, the legal online platforms freely. So they shy away. On licensing and copyright restriction, there's so many legal information providers impose strict licensing terms that limit if it's the number of users who can simultaneously access or can share a document, which is making it difficult for full maximization of the available resources. Another challenge that we face is low digital literacy among users. You'll find that despite that now there's that growth in terms of digital literacy, the platforms, the tools that we are using, you'll find that some students, practitioners lack adequate research skills. Challenges include, like, for example, they're not able to search databases effectively using advanced search, and you have to guide them. And also some people shy of, not everyone embraces technology. So it's a challenge, especially, but it also depends with some users, but it's also a key challenge in terms of accessibility, whereby you'll find those who can say that are advanced users, or in terms of digital competency, you'll find not a very good number. Effective management strategies that we are using to counter those challenges that I've talked about, we have centralized platforms such as library portals, discovery tools, and federated search systems, which now allow users to search multiple databases through a single interface. Like, for example, if you visit the Kenya School of Law website, you go to the library webpage, you'll find that most of our services are there, so that students don't have to navigate so much when they're looking for resources. We make it simpler, user-friendly to improve efficiency by reducing the need to search individual platforms separately. If it's the login credentials, we make them simpler, and we also even inform them they can have one username and password for all their platforms, just to ensure that they have access. On continuous user training and information literacy, we are doing regular training programs just to equip users with skills to conduct advanced legal search, including training them on how to do the keyword searching, phrase searching, even how to use the Boolean operators, that is and, all, not, just to encourage them even to become better information people in terms of even legal information materials. You'll find that institutions are subscribed to these e-resources, databases. Legal information is available, but people lack now the skills to get this information. So in terms of now helping them, we are doing continuous user training, that is information literacy. There's also marketing, a lot of it on remote access and mobile fast solutions, because here the trend is people, what you can share via mobile phones, for example, people are able to embrace it and make use of it. Remote access is also helping students, especially at Kenya School of Law, with My Loft, which allow users to access legal resources outside institutional networks, which supports flexible learning and research, especially for working professionals, distance learners, and the use of mobile apps. It's also helping us so much. And also we are seeing a trend improvement even in the way they carry their projects, the way they do research. It's a good thing that we are noticing, and it's also helping our students. Usage data analysis for informed decision is an effective strategy that we are applying, whereby we are analyzing usage statistics from legal databases to enable institutions like Kenya School of Law to make evidence-based decisions on resource acquisition and renewal. We are able to know which resources are of high value. We are able to look at those active users, the number of downloads they've done, the number of searches, which platforms is this that they are most accessing. This data supports budget optimization and negotiation with vendors, and also it's helping us stock or align our corrections with the user needs. Role of systems librarian, I've talked about. Technology and system administration is a role for systems librarian in the country and also in East Africa, whereby role librarians act as implementers. They spearhead the implementation, configuration, maintenance of these information systems that I've talked about. One of the most used integrated library management system is Koha. So you'll find that even systems librarians, they're the ones who teach students, like the one that I've given the Web2 tools like the OPAC. They teach students on how to make use of that so that they are able to access the resources. If it's troubleshooting technical issues, and also maintaining data integrity, even making our repositories discoverable and all that. In terms of license evaluation and negotiation, it's also a role that most systems librarians here in Kenya and across East Africa do, whereby they play a critical role in evaluating electronic resources license to ensure compliance with institutional needs and legal requirements. That's why it's all the areas they can counter check is reviewing usage rights, interlibrary loan permissions, and data privacy. Even with in terms of negotiation, they negotiate and advocate for favorable pricing models with the vendors, flexible access terms, and also to ensure they are getting value-added services such as usage reports. And in the event they are stuck in terms of their response time, that is training support. Even when, like for example, you want to engage a vendor, we normally ask for those trial periods, trainings, and all that. Training and user support, I think I've exhausted on it. We offer training to our users, even to the lecturers, to make sure that whatever information we have on legal information is accessible to all. Usage analytics and digital preservation, we make use of the repository. Best practices that we are adopting is use authoritative and current legal sources, whereby as a law librarian, we are prioritizing the use of credible, official, and current legal information materials to ensure accuracy and reliability. We check if it's the government materials that we subscribed to. We make our users know which official sites to use. We also cross-verify information across platform to ensure that we've not omitted anything and ensure that if it's like the raw reports, they are well updated and all that. In terms of applying effective search strategies, we ensure there's effective rigor research in terms of using advanced search skill and structured query formulation, whereby we teach students how to use this phrase searching, how to filter, how to refine their search, just to make them understand legal citation formats so that they are able to make good use of this. Another thing that we found, or it's a good practice, is to uphold copyright and information ethics, whereby we even teach our students and those in the legal profession how to use information ethically. Outlooks, I can say we are in this era, we cannot assume AI assisted legal research tools that are there. And AI is good and it's bad since it can improve search accuracy and help in analyzing large legal databases. On regional African legal repositories, I can say it's something that is coming up whereby there's growth of regional repository, which will increase access to African legal materials, promote local jurisprudence, and support comparative legal research. Expanded open access and open data, this whereby we can advocate for open access initiative just to make legal information freely available to the public, which will help in improving and there'll be access to justice. Global collaboration among libraries, it's an area we cannot that will help most of us in the profession, whereby there's international partnerships to facilitate resource sharing, knowledge exchange, and capacity building across institutions. This collaboration can strengthen digital preservation, whereby even if it's a country like US, you can have like an Africana correction just to bring even the African context to other users who may be interested in checking our African content or learning from them. Then next steps we can, I'm trying to make clear. Engagement in developing sustainable models for library consortia may support long-term access to legal information, not only here in Kenya or in East Africa, but globally. Enhancing digital literacy could strengthen effective use of legal resources, whereby institutions now enhance digital literacy to make use of information across. Improving infrastructure may help reduce access barriers, that is the ICT, making use of, if it's upgrading the computer systems, ensuring that they are secure digital platforms, just to even to entrust and to know there's that building of knowledge, ensure consistent and equitable access to legal information services. Promoting regional scholarship internationally may offer strategic visibility and influence. Then there's collaborative approaches may help address disparities in digital access. I think collaboration, it's regionally and also globally. Lessons learned in East Africa is you have to start from somewhere, start small and scale strategically. Even if you're doing the pilots studies, you're doing the trials, they are important since they inform the decisions that someone makes as a librarian in terms of even knowing which resources to use. Successful initiative can then be expanded gradually and also make use of the feedback that we get from our users. Build strong institutional partnership locally and internationally. Get to know, especially in legal information, you cannot just rely with one source of information. You need to compare, even as libraries who are the source providers of that. Embed digital literacy into legal curricula so that people in the legal profession can know how to navigate, how to use these e-resources, because they have a lot of information, which is good to help them in their ethical research practices from early stages of training, so that they can also embrace information and know even how to access and how to use it ethically, how to evaluate information. Also adopt mobile fast access approaches, since mobile phones are used oftenly, and they are portable, which makes people learning easy, regardless of where a mobile phone is easy gadget to carry and to make use of. Role of raw libraries in legal information access. One I've said is to facilitate access to authoritative legal information, whereby you guide users to official websites. I can say that raw librarians, we act as gatekeepers to reliable legal sources. We guide users to official statutes, case law reports, and reputable legal databases. Ensure the information that you're providing from wherever you are is accurate and it's current, it's authentic. Then managing print and digital legal resources. We should appreciate that our users are different. There are those who prefer the physical library and those who prefer the electronic resources. Should also train users in legal research and citation, since we are well versed with these such strategies that we use, ensuring there is ethical and responsible information use. I've talked about CRISC, Kenya Libraries and Information Consortium. It was established in 2003, and its purpose is to address rising costs of information resources. I've said we access these information resources as a consortium, and it has over 140 institutions, including universities. We have University of Nairobi, Strathmore, Daystar. There are so many member universities. Since the things that we learn from CRISC, they even invite publishers to tell us what they have, the information that they can provide, and also at subsidized rates. For more information, there's a link there for the URL for CRISC. The objective of CRISC is corrective subscription to e-resources, and the databases of the e-resources that we subscribed to depend with the institution or the university. Depending with your programs, then they guide you on which e-resources to subscribe for your institution. If it's the law libraries, they have to include databases like LexisNexis, Westlaw, all those. But if it's for other social sciences, they guide member institutions on what to subscribe to. They also ensure capacity building through trainings and workshops. They organize and share the calendar of events with the members, and we are able to attend those conferences and workshops since they do it in good time. There's calendar of events. The advocacy for affordable access to digital content. Impact on Kenya law libraries, like for example, at Kenya School of Law, we've been able to access legal databases at subsidized rates. Yeah, and also they offer training on databases, and that when we are trained, we also are able to pass that information to our other Kenyan law libraries users especially. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.